server on a Cisco router running iOS. I actually have two 3600s here. Their Ethernet interfaces are plugged into a 2900 switch. Basic configuration, no VLANs, nothing funky there. We're going to set one up as the DHCP server and the other as the DHCP client. So without further ado, I'm going to jump into router 8, which is going to be our DHCP server in this case. And get connected here. Both of these routers are connected over their Ethernet 0/0 interface. So we're going to go ahead and set up the DHCP server first. We'll configure its Ethernet 0/0 interface with the IP address 192.168.1.1 with a 24-bit net mask. And we'll go ahead and bring that up there. We'll watch the interface come up. And there we go. Now the scope that we're going to use, we're going to have the router hand out addresses 192.168.1.100 up to .254. So we're going to tell it not to give out from 1 to 99. So we want to go ahead and configure that first. And we do that by doing IP DHCP excluded address 192.168.1.1, which is your low IP address number, and then the high IP address number, which would be 99. So we're going to exclude 1 through 99, and the router will then go ahead and give out addresses 100 through address 254. Next step we need to do is create a DHCP pool. We do that by using IP DHCP pool and then a pool name. This is a friendly name here, so you can use whatever you want. We'll just use DHCP pool. And we need to tell it what network we're running DHCP on. So it would be the 192.168.1.0 network with the 255.255.255.0 net mask. We're also going to have this DHCP server tell clients that it should be the default router. Any client should use this router as their default gateway to get to any other networks. It's also going to operate as a DNS server. I'm not going to set that up in this video here. I just show how we hand out these options to the clients. And our domain name that we're going to hand out to the clients as well will just be ciscolab.local. At this point, our work on router 8 is done, and we should be good to go there. Now all we need to do is go into our DHCP client, which will be router 7, and go ahead and show here. There's no interfaces that are up. If we bring up the interface, or the configuration, it's very basic default configuration, blank config. The only thing I've done was change the host name on the router. So router 7 is also connected through its Ethernet 0/0 interface to the local network, and we're just going to tell it to use DHCP to get its IP address for this interface. And we'll go ahead and bring the interface up, and we should see it come up here pretty quickly. There we go, state to up, and in a few seconds we'll see that it has obtained an IP address from the DHCP server. Sometimes this can take a few seconds, but we should see it come up. We should get a log message here on the console. And there we go. We see here that router 7 has obtained an IP address from DHCP on its Ethernet 0/0 interface. Obviously it was assigned DHCP address 192.168.1.101 with a 24-bit net mask. If we do a show IP interface brief, we'll see that IP address there, and at this point we should be able to ping router 8 without any problems at all. If we jump out of there, go back to router 8, I already have connection going. We can do show IP DHCP bindings, and we'll see the clients that are listed there, the hardware address, and also we should be able to ping back to 192.168.1.0 101, which is our router. And that's it. You've successfully set up DHCP on a Cisco router running iOS.